Following weeks of violent protests and the overtaking of a neighborhood on her watch this week, Seattle Police Chief Carmen announced her retirement. Mike Solan is the president of the Seattle Police Officers Guild. Mike, what a great police officer. I watched her when Seattle was when the chop was happening. It broke her heart to have to leave that precinct, and now she's made the decision to leave. What happened? What's behind it?
Well, I think what's behind it is obviously politics as usual in Seattle. When you have a Seattle City Council that is politically pandering, and due to their unreasonable activism, has all of us in Seattle swallowed by that. And not only did they make it personal with an African-American female police chief, but most importantly, the vote that they did on Monday, which is going to cut 100 officer positions, also hurts the new diverse hires that they've been doing for the past 2 years. They're going to be gone as well. So you can't tell me that this was about being woke, because it's absolutely hypocritical on behalf of the council, and it's discriminatory, and it's personal. And we're very, very upset. I'm concerned about the public safety issues impacting everybody in this reasonable community that is Seattle.
All right, Mike, I look at some of the other places that, just recently in Chicago, there was looting, nonstop looting last weekend, people just breaking in, and the mayor came out and said, calm down, everyone. It's not that bad. And then you look at Portland, when President Trump pulled federal officers out of the Oregon and Portland. The governor said that they were going to come in and lock Portland. That didn't happen either. Why are these lawmakers so afraid to work with police to stop the violence in their cities?
Politics as usual, and it's quite clear that they're using police as the pawn in their political game for the November election. That's clearly what's happening here. And that's such a sad state that we're in, that public safety, in terms of everybody being concerned about with the rise in crime, the assault, conscionable to use politics with public safety. Regardless if you're left-leaning, right-leaning, or in the middle, this is seriously divisive, and it's dangerous. And people are losing their lives, they're losing their livelihood. And the Chaz Chop experience, that sad experiment that it was here in the month of June and July, will be a picnic compared to the rising crime that Portland. And as this spreads, and you can obviously see what's going on in New York, this is absolutely a troubling time for our United States of America.
Mike, tell us, you represent the Police Officers Guild. Tell us how it must be so demoralizing for the cops on the street who have to go and risk their lives. I mean, they put on Kevlar vests every day so we don't have to. They're walking the streets, and they're being completely disrespected by these Antifa types, these protesters, whatever we're calling them. And then they don't get the backing of the mayor. I don't know. How is Seattle? Is the community backing the police department at least?
Well, I'd say the community does, Eric, and that's a great question. There is a reasonable ignored majority in the city of Seattle, and that's indicative of 170,000 plus signatures and climbing that we got at our stoptofunding.com website to do that. And that tells you that the majority of those signatures are Seattle zip codes. It's unheard of that we've gathered that reasonable community to say no more to the council's unreasonable activism. And our rally on Sunday, where we had over 3,000 people attend a pro-police rally at City Hall, is, to me, providing me the hope to hold our elected officials more accountable as they scream for our accountability. And I tell you, Eric, 3 months ago, the president of the Seattle City Council is on record applauding this agency as being the model agency nationwide. Tell me, is it or is it not hypocritical for now that same institution, that council, looking to defund us by 50%? They started in 2020. I think our campaign pushed back hard, so they walked back a lot of their rhetoric, but now they're coming after us more in 2021. Very serious situation. But as you can see in the surrounding agencies that surround Seattle, their lateral programs are opening up, and they're swallowing taking away the good Seattle police officers because we're the highly trained professional servants that we are.
Well, you pass along the best from at least this host right here to the Seattle Police Department and anyone you come in contact with. Thank you again, Mike Solan. Appreciate your time.
You're a good man, Eric. Thank you very much.